Inner City Greens, and you're watching.
Y'all are now tuned in to
KTTeeV.
KTTeeV.
KTTeeV. KTTeeV, is that right?
What it do, KTTeeV? KT, and I'm coming at you live with another episode of the Daily K Podcast. And on today's episode, we have the CEO, the founder of RE Tax and Financial Service.
Hey.
How you doing today, Miss Brooke?
I'm good, KT. How you doing today?
Look, I am glad that you took a few minutes out to talk about the work that you're doing. So anytime we can put out information to the community, I'm good.
Of course. I'm glad to be here. Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's what's up. So before we get into things, I like to do a wellness check, especially now things are getting crazy.
Of course.
So how have you been doing throughout this thing, and how you been staying safe?
I actually been good,
Okay.
but we did have a scare. My son actually encountered COVID at the beginning of the year. So I was very heartbroken because I didn't want that to hit my household, but thank God that he recovered real good and that everyone in the house, I had on lockdown. No one else caught it. We were all testing negative. So I thank God for that. He kind of like lost his, his taste and his smell for about a month.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of glad that he's himself now, and we're kind of trying to, it's been a big change for us, especially with work and, then when school was going on, the learning interaction and just, the whole pandemic had just definitely took a mental health challenge for me and my family. But, we definitely managed to pull through. So I just thank God for that.
Man, yeah. And, just speaking of that, being from Louisiana, I remember at the beginning, it was rough at the house, right?
It was.
So, man, how did that kind of affect you just going back thinking about that?
It was, like I said, I try to take my mental health into consideration a lot. And so, like I said, I constantly each day trying to think of different routines to stay in a good mind and a good head place, praying, So I try to, keep a good head space on for the most part, be positive about the whole situation. So of course it took a toll, and like now my brother has COVID and my nephew, so it's just like
just take you all back, like how do you escape, right? Man, so now thinking about the RE Tax and Financial Services. First off, give us some background on you, and then how did you even get into the financial field?
So basically I'm in healthcare at the hospital for Houston Methodist. I still have my 9-to-5. Don't get it twisted. A lot of people always, talk about being an entrepreneur and leaving their 9-to-5. I still work my 9-to-5. So granted, I have my bills that pay for my 9-to-5, and then I have my company that, if I want to do anything extra, I have free money to do. But I'm a mom of 4. I have 2 girls and 2 boys, of course, that really keep me busy. Basically in my spare time, I love cooking, traveling, journaling, writing. When I'm not working, I love family time, so I'm very laid back. So I kind of got in the financial business because, I think it's very important for us as Blacks to educate ourselves, because it's like you're not taught certain things in school. So granted, you're not taught about how to manage money or how to prepare taxes or how to, put money in different vehicles or retirement or life insurance, all those types of things. So I thought it was just great that someone reached out to me and, brought me in and said, hey, what you think about this opportunity? So I took it and I ran with it.
Come on now.
So here I am, RE Tax and Financial Service.
And so just going through it, what all do you offer at the company?
So my company offers, we do tax preparation, we do credit repair. Basically, we build our clients a financial plan to where they can, get back on a good roadmap to rebuilding their credit. I also help people start their own business and also build business credit. And so I also hire for tax preparers as well. So if you're looking, I am looking. If you're looking to come on as a tax preparer, I will train you. You can make money, $50,000 within 4 months.
Come on, man. Look at this. Hey, look. I got some things I'm at the schoolhouse, but we can always talk about a few things here now.
Of course.
Look, so in our community, it seems like saving is very hard for us, right?
Definitely.
And when you think about the importance of that, and you think about being able to put that money into other avenues, when your clients, when they come to you and say, I struggle with that, how do you kind of help them through the business?
So, I like to promote financial literacy. I like to talk to my clients about budgeting, how to create a budget, different ways to save, and how to track your daily expenses, right? People don't realize how important financial literacy is. It can help people with high levels of debt that they have. It helps them to prepare for retirement. The goal is basically to help save money long term. So because some people don't even have $1,000 or $2,000 saved, it's kind of hard, when you're trying to help them or teach them how to save money. So.
And so what would be the first step? Like, let's say I come in, what's the first thing you're gonna tell?
So what I tell people, there's different ways to where you can keep your savings, like avenues to place money, right? So for me, I always tell people about the certificates of deposit. This is like money is less accessible than savings or money market account opportunity, and then it's a long-term interest. It banks off a high interest rate. And then you have the high yield savings. I don't know if you ever heard of the high yield savings account, where you can find these online. They have APY rates as of 5%. And then you could do your traditional savings account, where you can typically expect to earn like an annual percentage yield on savings ranging from 10% to 30% at a brick and mortar. So,
and see that's what a lot of I talk about on my radio show is just ways to save, and then you're thinking about the time that it takes, and so I always tell people a lot automated too, right?
Right. But see, as a person, if you're trying to save and you can't get ahead, you have to discipline yourself, right? That's the first thing. It's hard for people to discipline themselves, right? That's what I tell people. If you want to get in the game of saving, you have to discipline yourself. So then the next thing they need to do is figure out how much they are saving on gas, food, groceries, mortgage, entertainment. It'd be amazed at how much people spend money on a day-to-day basis on food. Eating out.
I guarantee, trust me, I'm a bachelor. I know how much
we definitely gotta get you in the dating game, so that way you don't have to keep spending all this money. Because I'm gonna tell you a funny story. A friend of mine, a guy friend of mine who I go to church with, he's like, sis, this dating game getting expensive.
Hey, look, I had Dr. Iris Coupon last night, and so she founded Glory Greens. And the thing of it was, we talked about the whole purpose behind that was she did so much research with Black women who said they didn't want to cook and cut up greens and clean greens when they get off. So she said, okay, that's why she created this. And so when the lady say 20,000 turned into 70 million, but it was all because I don't know how to do this. Right? That's me. So let me go get the Glory Greens. Tastes like the crib.
Okay.
That's that bachelor life right there.
But look, granted, I'm not gonna come home from work trying to cook no greens now. You might get a little 5-minute, 10-minute, quick minute meal, but the greens gonna be cooked on a Sunday.
Hey, you say that's the whole type. All right.
I cook my home meals on a Sunday, my big meals on a Sunday. Throughout the week, you might get a quick 5-minute wham bam bam. Here you go, babe. Here you go.
Man, look at it. All right. So what we'll do is we're gonna take a quick break. I want to get to my sponsor for the night, and they got something good for us. And when we get back, I know that the pandemic was, kind of close. So we'll talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back. Hey, y'all, hold tight. Here we go. How's it going here?
Hi.
Dr. Penn, Officer Mine. How y'all doing?
We're fine. We're coming in. You can see us well. Everything's good?
Everything's good. Hold up. Wait a minute. Where's Officer Mine?
Right here.
Okay. I see it.
Do you see us on 2 screens or 1?
Just 1.
Okay, so just 1.
Oh, you can't see me on this one?
No, you can't see you on that one.
Oh, this ain't.
No. Okay. Do you still see us?
Uh-oh.
I think he only sees us on this one right now.
Okay.
Hey, let me go put my ball cap on.
Okay.
So talk to me, man, about what do y'all have going on this weekend? What's the event?
Boy, we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a wonderful event of bringing together the community. I have the privilege of being the director of the Teen and Police Service Academy here in Houston, Texas, that brings police and youth together to have better understanding. And so we're having a fashion show as a fundraiser, but also as a community event to bring the community together. You know, so many things have been happening, but here's an opportunity for folks to have a good time at the Galleria, closed up after hours, and have an opportunity to see some great fashion from designers right here in Houston. So it's going to be a great, great event, 8:30 p.m. this Sunday at the Galleria. Enter through Orange parking lot, buy your tickets online, and you can also buy your tickets right there on the place there with computer access or internet access right there. But we can take care of you if you come right there to the door.
Come on, man. And what's the name of the event again?
It is Fashion on Ice. Fashion on Ice. You know, the ice rink that is at the Galleria. Some people even have skated on it there. We're going to put down some planks, some carpet, some good stuff there. And the good folks in the Galleria are loaning that to us to have this great fashion show as bringing awareness to the Teen and Police Service Academy. I invite everybody to visit us at www.tapsacademy.org and see what we do. We're going to be in about 30 different schools this fall, bringing together youth and police through a curriculum that's approved by the Texas Education Agency, all bringing it together. And this is a good fundraiser for us, just having a good time bringing community and police together.
That will do it, Dr. Penn. I sure appreciate that tidbit of info right there.
Sure.
All right. So what I'll do is I look forward to getting with y'all because y'all know that's the mission here at KTTeeV. So thank you for stopping in and dropping something on us.
Thank you so much, fella, and I hope to see you and your fans out there on Sunday night.
All right. Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hey.
So, man, they got some good stuff going on.
I know. That sounds awesome.
Yeah. Man. Okay. Fashion on Ice. And the good thing about it is for the community, right? We got these teams.
Of course. It's always good to do things in the community. I'm a big fan of that.
So back to the money, literally.
The money.
Yes. So
how to stay ahead. Find ways you can cut your spending.
Please.
Yeah.
And see that is another good one. Woo.
Find ways to cut your spending.
Man.
So if your expenses are so high that you can't save as much as you like, it might be time to cut back, right? So for me, I know for some women, I'm subscribed to my biggest thing is shoes. So I have all these subscriptions for shoes and monthly things that I'm paying for. But granted, if it's in my budget, then I'm gonna keep it. But if it's not in your budget, then I think that's something you can cut back on, right? Yeah. And then identify non-essentials that you can spend less on, such as entertainment and dining out, right? So I always tell people, look for ways to save on your fixed monthly expenses like television, your cell phone. Like I said, cancel those subscriptions and memberships that you don't need, and commit to only eating out once a month. That's a good thing, right?
Yes, that is very good. That is
yes. Okay, over there, Casey. I think you had something in your throat.
You say once a month? Once a month? What I supposed to eat?
Once a month. Commit to eating out once a month, right? But that comes with discipline. You know?
That'll probably be the key between winning and losing. Discipline. So then we think about
Let me ask you. So do you do like a monthly expenses? Granted, there are some banks out there that do offer clients like a spending budget. So I know Bank of America has they offer their clients like a spending and budget tool. Which automatically categorize their transactions for them to make their budgeting easier.
Yeah, it does.
You can't beat that.
It alerts you too. I know that much. It alerts you too. Like you're getting close.
Like, it's like you trying to make that swipe, and it's like insufficient funds. Be like, oh, okay,
hey,
well,
like
maybe
you sure you want to do this?
Well.
They hit that. Yeah, they do because them budgets is tight. So yeah, I do get the reminders like you going a little over that gas this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So man, that is like I say, that is something that I just try to preach on my radio show. Like every time I get some literature, the first thing they say, if you want to get better, you got to lock that budget in tight.
Of course.
Yes.
And you also want to think about, set saving goals.
Yeah.
If it's for a wedding, a vacation, retirement, whatever it is, that's the best way to start. Thinking of what you can save for. So that'll help too,
Now, as a result of the pandemic, and you're thinking about what we're getting ready to go through now, we got people losing jobs. I mean, it's just been getting ugly. So some people having to pull from their retirement.
Yes.
So how can people use their retirement accounts to benefit them without being penalized?
So I don't know if you know, basically, they weren't penalizing people. So the federal government changed the rules on the tax protection retirement plan.
Yeah.
So people can take money out without being penalized.
Okay.
Right? And so you can pay the taxes you owe on the amount you withdrawn, or you can, spread it out over the course of the period of time, which is 3 years.
Okay.
So you can actually put the money back over the 3-year period. So basically they're allowing you to withdraw from your retirement if it's related to coronavirus.
Yeah. Okay.
But I feel like people should have a pool of savings, as we were talking about earlier. It's important to have 7 streams of income, so that they can tap into an emergency, fund. Also, I think that they should look into companies should look into having financial hardships for their employees when things happen like this.
Yeah.
So I know some jobs do, and they just have it to where they kind of take out of the employee's paycheck, every 2 weeks, or based on the amount that they borrow. So I definitely think something like that should be put in place as well. So,
and as you in the hospital and kind of seeing like the craziness coming in and out, talking to people, like, or do you have people struggling as you work beside them? People struggling with that, maybe they getting sick, things like that you talk to in the hospital.
Yeah. So basically, like I was stating, some departments, what they're doing for people who are struggling, they'll start like a savings fund on the job for that employee, and they'll collect money to help them with their hardships. And so, we have something in place for the employees as well.
Yeah.
If they're affected by the coronavirus. So I think that's a good thing, because our employer has something in place. Granted, like my brother, he has corona, and my first thing was, does your employer have something in place for you? Because you're missing out on your you need your income replacement. What are you going to do about your income replacement, because you're out?
Yeah.
And so I think that is very important for them to have something in place. Some people may not have savings, as I stated before, to where they have 3-6 months of money saved up in case an emergency happens for something like that. So I definitely think it's important that employers have something in place for their employees regarding this matter, because the numbers are constantly going up with this new variant. So it's just, just when we thought we were in the clear.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Like I remember leaving school, I was like, all right, it's kind of calming down. It's good. We're gonna come back to school, get this thing started.
Right.
Then you get that, maybe not.
And then even for you guys, like, granted, y'all were doing online for the kids, and it was a bit challenging. And I have, as a parent, as a single, it's like kind of hard, because it's like you got to work from home, or you got to go to work, and your child's at home doing online, and then you got teachers, they're getting sick and getting overwhelmed. So now it's like we're going back to school, and it's like, wear your mask.
Yeah.
Governor Hot Wheels, he ain't trying to do nothing.
You know he ain't trying to do nothing.
He ain't trying to do nothing.
So man, we out here. Yeah,
right.
I'm with you, man. So we're gonna have to man. So credit. So when we think about credit, now this is the one right here, because that credit is real. So now sometimes we can understand it, but most of the time we're gonna tear that credit number, that credit profile up. So even if I got cash on hand, because I'm just afraid to do that,
Okay.
Why is it important for me to even build my credit and maintain my credit?
I'm gonna give you 5 reasons why.
Please.
Your personal credit is important. 5. Because a lot of people like to use money, but can think about it this way. Credit can affect where you live, right? With a mortgage. So if you're looking at a house, you think, granted, do somebody have $250,000 to go put down on a house? Right? But you haven't built a credit. You haven't even built any credit history for the mortgage lenders to even look at your score. So you want to pay cash.
Yeah.
Right? So that's 1. Credit can affect where you live. 2, auto loans require what? Good credit.
Good credit.
3, credit checks for employment. You'll be amazed at how many companies are checking credit now, right? 4, business loans require good credit, right? And 5, living expenses can require good credit. Light bill, telephone, water, cable, etc. So that's why building personal credit is important, because you need all those for those factors.
Yeah. I mean,
you need all those for those factors. Granted, a lot of people want to pay cash, but I mean, why not go ahead and start building your credit to where you have advantages? It gives you an advantage of things. Low interest rates on mortgage, on cars, building that good history credit. So the lenders, if you ever need to get a loan or anything, they see that you already have a good credit history. So that's why it's definitely important to build your credit.
And I have some friends of mine that I know, it's a variant. I got one homeboy, he got that A1. Shout out to my boy. But then I got some other homeboys, man, they getting like, man, it's hurt out here, just real. But it's all because of that credit. That credit.
Of course, you people, don't realize that credit is important, and there's ways you can fix things. People go out here. I know for me, when I was in college, nobody told me about maxing out credit cards or keeping my credit cards under a certain percentage. All I know is they was coming around with the applications. Hey, you want to apply? Oh, yes. About maxing your credit cards out, paying your bills on time. Nobody, I wasn't taught that. So I took a hit.
Yeah.
And for me, I had, learn and teach myself how to dispute, inaccurate information that was reporting on my credit report, sit here and remove inquiries. It was just a whole lot of things on there that, I was like, wow, TransUnion, Equifax, Experian, a lot of people are just afraid. And sometimes people may not have bad credit. Their credit may just be stagnant.
Yeah.
And when I mean stagnant means there's no activity going on in their account. There's no revolving account like credit cards, maybe an auto loan, a mortgage. You have, and it doesn't take much to rebuild your credit.
Yeah. Yeah. And if I want to, like you say, with that dispute, so now I ain't trying to blow the bag. So I ain't gonna get too deep here. I'm gonna let them have to come talk to you. But let's say I want to start on this myself.
Right.
What is the first thing I could do?
So depending on if you have negative items on your credit report.
Yeah, something like that. Let's say I want to get something off.
So if you have negative items on your credit report, of course, I give the clients, so with our company, what we do, we dispute everything for you. So you'll sign up. Basically, we'll go over the information and we'll put you on a plan based off of the credit consultation that I've done with you, and we'll start sending out letters. Granted, there's do-it-yourself credit as well, where you have templates and you just send it off to each creditor with the information, with the date, and stating, the item that you're disputing. So, it's not, credit repair is not hard. It's just it's just a matter of you taking time out to actually do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Man, my boy say, he say he sent the letter, and then they did it. He sent it again. They did it, but he said he just kept going. He said eventually somebody gonna drop the ball. So he said, well,
they will, because I mean, granted, you're disputing every 30 days. 30 days you're disputing. You wait for the bureau updates every 30 days. So you don't want to keep sending too many letters every 30 days, because then they'll reject it.
Yeah.
So you definitely want to wait to get a response, and then keep disputing it until it comes off.
Yeah.
So
a
lot of people don't understand that credit is calculated within 5 categories. There's like the payment history, new credit, types of credit, length of credit history, and debt on how much you owe.
Yeah.
So those are like the 5, and a lot of people, it's like 30%. I can look at somebody's credit score and be like, you're missing 35% here, you're missing 10% here, 15, 30, 10. So it's just basically like a ballpark of doing a consultation with the client to kind of understand their needs on what they need with, building credit.
And do y'all work with business credit?
Yes.
So then with the business credit, do I have to really have the LLC to take advantage of that?
You could be a sole proprietorship to start business credit. You don't have to have an LLC to actually start building your business credit.
Okay. So, and how do y'all work?
But there are steps. There are steps that you have to complete in order to do your business, your business credit.
Okay. So
with your business credit, you want to make sure that you have your business is structured. If you're going to be a sole proprietorship, LLC, S Corp, a corporation, all of those things, you want to make sure that your business is structured properly. And then once you have your business structured properly, you want to get your EIN, you want to get a Duns and Bradstreet number, and then you want to create a NAV account to where you can start dealing with the vendors. So I have that. I actually had dropped my ebook last week.
Okay.
With information starting, it's Business Credit 101, telling people the steps they need to take to start business credit, start building business credit. So yeah.
And hold on. Well, you can't just skip that like that. Talk to us about this book and where we find it at.
Okay. So my ebook, you guys, on one of my handles on Instagram, it is at Ari Financial. It's a link in my bio. The book is it's awesome.
Yeah.
The ebook is awesome. It's definitely step by step. It's simple and easy. I mean, you can't go wrong. This is just one of the series. I'll be dropping more series about, grants and different type of funding for your business. Long as you follow these steps, you won't have no issues.
Come on, man. See, that's what I'm talking about right now. And so I guess what other ways or are you kind of getting the word out about the business? Or are you working in the community, kind of setting up for like events to help people with the credit?
Of course. So, my goal is to continue to build and grow my company. My goal is continue to promote education and provide value to other people about finances, credit repair, business, credit. I love going out in the community and doing different events, and sharing with people different things about what our company offers and how we can help others. So I'm always big on. I think last year we did I did a turkey giveaway.
Yeah.
And then we had the Toys for Tots with a Christmas giveaway that we did. And also we had a scholarship funding with another person that I partner with, Houston Moves. We did a scholarship funding for college students. So yeah, I love doing different things in the community to kind of get everybody involved and different things like that. So definitely.
Now back to school is coming. I can't let you slide out of here without telling us we got tax-free weekend. I want to know, is that really a help to us, tax-free weekend? Or is it just a gimmick?
Come on now. Who wouldn't want to take advantage of the tax-free weekend, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's good because when you think about it, if you pay $399 or $327 plus tax, and they don't put tax on that, you paying just $327.
I'll take what you say. I'll take it. Look, I've been trying to get out there because they're back to school coming, and so I'll be trying to help people save some money, But now, if I want to, let's say we got the end of the year coming up, and we want to finish strong. What do we do to kind of get our taxes together? And what kind of receipts or what should we be doing right now to make sure, especially when we finna go out and buy all these school clothes?
I always tell people save all your receipts for, write-offs purposes to have, because the IRS do not play.
They trust me.
The IRS do not play. It is very important to keep all your receipts. Actually, I think the tax-free weekend was August 6th through the 8th for Texas.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming. Yeah, I think it'll be next weekend, maybe for Texas, maybe.
Yeah.
But keep your receipts for tax season. And then a lot of these people got the PP. I feel like the economy got poured out so much money.
Yeah.
Even though the economy poured out so much money to everyone, it doesn't mean that everybody saved that money or managed that money properly.
Yes.
You know, so it's like I still see people that are getting evicted from their homes. You know, people are still behind on their rent, their mortgage, their light bill. It's just, you know, a disaster. Granted that we had 3 stimulus checks that we got, and people got PPP loans. And so for me, it's like, well, y'all out here traveling, you know, buying expensive things when I felt like y'all could have been saving y'all money.
Yeah.
You know, even with your tax return, I felt like the economy had their hands on so much money this year. A lot. And so it saddens me when people are not managing that money properly.
Yeah.
Because you could have did so much with that money, put money to the side for an emergency fund. You know, and granted, I have, on the other hand, when you have some people who lost their job and that helped them, and they're still struggling. So it's like, you know, trying to balance that out with the money that we've received from, you know, the stimulus checks, your tax return, and still, like you said, people are still without jobs. So it's kind of heartening, you know, that the economy is going through this with the inflation. In fact, you know, the inflation is just
it's going crazy. Yeah, trust me, I know. So now, do you do any investing?
I did. I have investments with the cryptocurrency. I'm kind of getting into it. I have someone that's working with me to kind of show me the ins and outs of it. Granted, I was hearing this thing about they were doing away with debit cards and money. They were going to do the cryptocurrency. I'm not too sure about that. So
it's
I got to get a little more.
Yeah,
right. I got to get a little more insight, a little more information on that. And I think I've invested in Dogecoin.
Yeah.
With the Robinhood. So I have a couple of investments out there. That,
just getting it in. Okay.
Yeah.
and like you say, that's just really another one of those streams on how you just got to keep that income coming in, man. Put it over there, let it sit there and move versus just hold it.
I got a full house over here, KT.
I know, like
I have a full house over here, okay?
It is real, but you holding it down, though.
Not gonna pay themselves.
Yeah, that's it. Let's say, hey, because Houston, they try to do nothing.
Oh no, my light bill's like, I'm sitting here like, gosh, 200. Because granted, I do a spreadsheet every month, and that's another good thing for people to do. Like for me, each month I do a spreadsheet of my bills. You know, allocate my money to see where, you know, if you're gonna have any money saved at the end of you paying your bills. So I think that's another good thing people should work on. I think people should do a $5 challenge. I did a $5 challenge with some of my friends where we saved $5, you know, every 2 weeks, or just different things. You can make budgeting fun.
Yeah.
Budgeting don't have to be hard. It could be a fun thing where you get a group of your friends, y'all put money in a mason jar every 2 weeks to kind of save, and budgeting, and always looking up different resources and tools. So I always try to have that conversation, you know, with my clients when they come in for credit repair. You know, what are you spending your money on? You know, where do you know where your money is going? Are you tracking your expenses each month? So you always try to have that conversation with them, so that way they can get themselves back on the road to success of you know, having good credit.
Man, that's what you got to do, man. Look, credit is very necessary. People.
Credit is king.
Hey. All right. So where can we find you? Where can we find the work? How do we catch up with you?
You can find me on Instagram at Irie Financial Service. You can also visit my website at iriefinancial.org. And you can also visit my Facebook business page at The Credit Guru.
Getting it in, man.
Yes.
That's it. So what's next? What you gonna do?
What's next is I need some R&R.
Okay. Very necessary.
I need some R&R. That's what's next. But basically working on some new projects I'm excited about. And you know, like I said, constantly growing my business. If anybody's looking to become a tax preparer and come on board with Irie Tax and Financial, make sure to inbox me, or you can contact me on my business line at 504-202-3656 if you're interested in learning how to do credit repair. You can contact me as well. If you have questions about starting your own business, you can contact me as well. And you can also get that ebook that'll help you build business credit as well.
Yeah, so, come on, man. That's it right there.
Right there.
Well, I sure appreciate you coming on, giving information, talking about the grind.
Of course.
All right.
Gotta do what I gotta do. I'm a mompreneur. Shout out to all the mompreneurs out there.
Getting it in. All right, y'all. Hey. All right. This is KT for KTTeeV signing out. 100.
This is Darnell with Broadcast Houston.
This is Dr. Tamara Beckford.
Hey, this is Candace.
This is London Underwood.
This is Kirsten Bass with Inner City Greens, and you're watching.
Y'all are now tuned in to
KTTeeV.
KTTeeV.